I think we see in the big scheme of things that overall law enforcement is impacted by trauma because on the routine, we're responding to non-routine things that most people in the public are never going to be exposed to. And we see the aftermath of this in the amount of law enforcement suicides, sadly, we see on a routine basis. Every day you go on social media or you see in the news, and there's another officer that's taken their own life because we haven't addressed the collective trauma and the trauma associated with this job. We also see high levels of substance abuse and alcoholism, divorce rates, a lot of negative aspects. And a lot of this we found out correlates to the fact that we never address the trauma that we're faced with. As Maria had pointed out, it's not necessarily one thing, or it could be one event, but it's not necessarily seen at that point. And for a long time, I guess the global law enforcement as a whole has taken the role that we signed up for this, and the things we're exposed to aren't necessarily traumatic or weren't viewed that way. And we weren't supposed to ask for help or reach out or say something bothered us. And that was the old school mentality. But sadly, that's been carried on for a very long time. And it's just in the pretty recent past that we've actually had resources such as Care Plus, et cetera, and people that have advocated for us and people on board with addressing these things where it was okay to ask for help. And I think mostly the lack of preparation and appropriate training with resiliency and addressing the fact that most of the things we see on a day-to-day basis are negative and could have an impact on us emotionally is something we need to address, that it is trauma related and there could be trauma related responses to that.